Hey everybody, it's Coach Ran Biderman. Today we're going to talk about a very important subject. Why is it important? I'm getting a lot of non-stop people asking me this question. Hey Ran, how do I memorize and internalize scripts and dialogues? How do I get better on the phone? How do I get better results when I call for sale by owners, expired listings, etc., etc.? So how do you get better results with your real estate? Calling people, door knocking, meeting people face to face, doing drop-bys, whatever it is that you're doing to generate leads. How do you get better results? You do that by improving your communication skills. All right, so I wrote down a couple of different notes. Obviously, you know the drill. Take pen and paper. Let's begin this session so that I can help you get the results you want so that then you can go out there and get yourself a lot more listings. It's all about listings. We're only talking about how to get more listings and how to list more properties so that you can close more deals. All right, so I wrote down 5 main things to help you memorize and internalize scripts and dialogues. When I began my career, I hated following scripts and dialogues. As a matter of fact, I found it very boring. I found it redundant, I found it weird, and I find that I didn't really need. Why do I need to use scripts and dialogues? I already know what to say, I'm getting pretty good results. Why should I then memorize, internalize different scripts and dialogues? It took me about 6 months to figure this one out. I actually spoke to a lot of different agents who were doing what I was supposed to be doing, which was memorize, internalize scripts and dialogues. These agents were getting tremendous results. And I'm talking about agents that take at least 100 listings per year. All of these agents that I've spoken with no exception, were role-playing every day, chanting out loud, handwriting, doing all these different techniques to memorize, internalize scripts and dialogues. We already know which objections you're going to get. So we prepare ahead of time of how we're going to handle them, what we're going to say, what questions we're going to ask in order to get the results that we want to get as agents going out there hustling to get more listings. So we're talking about how to improve the results you're getting. I heard many times agents say, Ran, I don't want to use any scripts, I feel weird. I felt weird. So after I decided to try it out and I studied scripts and dialogues 6 months after doing that, I started realizing that I'm getting a lot more appointments. Like if I would call, say, 10 leads and I'll get 1 appointment, before I was memorizing, internalizing, and now I'm getting 4, 5, 6 appointments every single time. Obviously, the language has something to do with that. So I started investing more time into that. I really recognized that by using NLP language, by asking the right questions, I can actually lead the prospect to where I want them to go so that I can book an appointment, which is qualified appointment, and go out there and get the listing. So let's talk about the 5 main reasons that all of us should memorize and internalize scripts and dialogues. Number 1, to be attentive, to be fully focused on what the customer is saying so that we can then bring the next question. In order for us to be engaged in what the customer is saying, and in order for us to lead that conversation to where we want it to go, we then need to be attentive, we need to pay attention, we have to be fully focused on what the customer is saying. And in order for us to be fully focused on what the customer is saying, we cannot think about what we want to say next. It has to be automatic. What we're going to be saying next has to be automatic, meaning we memorized it. It's already there. We know exactly what we're going to be saying. Therefore, we can listen. We can pay attention to what we're being told by the prospect so that we can then close more deals, meaning we're closing on more appointments. We'll use the language that's going to help us to book more appointments. That's what it's all about. Okay, the second reason that I wrote down over here is if you're actually thinking about what to say next, you're really not listening, okay? And when we're not listening to the customer, we're going to get some hang-ups. People are going to hang up on us because they're not interested in what we're saying because we're not listening to them. I see it so many times standing next to agents who prospect, listening to the conversation and seeing and recognizing how someone is hanging the phone on them because they didn't really listen to what was said by the prospect. So if you're not capable to listen to what people tell you because you're thinking about what you should say next, if you start to figure out, okay, what should I say next? You already lost the customer and you're not really focused. And number 2 is you want to be able to pay attention to the important details that are being said during the conversation. It is extremely important if you wish to get yourself more appointments booked with motivated sellers. Number 3 on my list is the more prepared you are to converse with people, the better results you're going to be getting. That's a given. Let's look at number 4. When you follow a structured conversation, a question that follows up with another question that leads you towards the end results you wish to get. So there's a step-by-step process. Scripts are designed this way, with NLP language, asking questions in a certain way. Now, it's not just the words you're using and what you're saying, it's how you're delivering what it is that is being said. So, delivery will improve when you stop thinking about what you want to say. When you already know what you're going to say, the delivery of how you're saying it, the tonality, your rate of speech, how you're mimicking and mirroring the other person so that you build rapport quicker, all of those different components come to place when you are in a position that you don't need to think about what you're saying next. It's automatic. So you want to follow a structured conversation. And when you do that, by the way, the customer is going to feel a lot more comfortable. The 5th reason we want to really focus on memorizing and internalizing scripts and dialogues is when you know what to say, you feel a lot more comfortable saying it. So if you know what to say and you feel more comfortable saying it, you will say it more often and therefore get better results. In addition to that, obviously, your self-esteem goes up because you know what you're saying. One of the main reasons why 73% of new licensees quit this business within the first 12 months is because they don't know what to say. They're in situations with people that makes them feel uncomfortable because they really don't know what they're doing. They don't know what to say. And therefore, they're saying the wrong things, and therefore they fail, and therefore they quit. So if we can get you to say the right stuff, to ask the right questions, to do it in the right manner, and to keep improving on that skill of communication, knowing what to say, knowing how to handle objections, knowing how to ask the next question, how to continuously move throughout a conversation, if you can improve your skills doing that, you will get better results, and because of that, you obviously going to become more successful, and there is no reason for people to quit. So the 27% of agents that actually manage to stay in the business, these people follow this system or a similar system to what I'm going to show you right now. You got to know what you're saying if you want to become more successful in our business. Okay, let's talk about the process. What is the process? Well, the process is how you're going to memorize and internalize scripts and dialogues. It has to be done in a certain way. And I'm going to give you some tips of what I did that helped me greatly and what I'm suggesting many people who accomplished amazing results by following the next 4 steps I'm giving you to memorize and internalize scripts and dialogue. So let's talk about the process. Number 1 on this process, you have to commit to memory by handwriting the scripts as many times as possible. So what does that mean? How many times? Well, for the first 30 days, you will handwrite every script you want to memorize at least 1 time. So here's how you start this exercise. Number 1, you take the script and you handwrite it. And when you do that, you commit it to memory. It does something in your subconscious mind to write, to handwrite. The actual script will help you memorizing what it is that's being said. So that's the first thing you got to do. You have to handwrite the script. Number 2 on my list, you need to commit to memory by chanting out loud while standing up. So you don't want to sit down with low energy or just reading redundantly this script. It's so boring. No, you don't want to do it like that. You want to stand up. It's actually recommended to put some music in the background, pump your body with blood, like jump around, and then take your script and then start chanting it out loud. Now, you want to do that in 2 different ways. You want to chant it out loud in a normal speed, and you want to do that 10 times. So 10 times, normal speed. The next thing you want to do is you want to chant it out loud as fast as possible, which will help you verbalize the words. Sometimes, especially if you have an accent like I do, like other people do, if you have an accent, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to verbalize the words unless you do this as fast as possible. So you're going to do 10 times chanting out loud, normal speed. Then you're going to do 10 times chanting out loud as fast as possible. That's the second step. Next, number 3 on the list, commit to memory by recording yourself chanting it in a normal speed. So you want to, when you are chanting in a normal speed, you want to hit record yourself, and then you want to listen to the recording. And the best time to listen to the recording in order to commit this to memory, to your subconscious mind, you want to listen to the recording right before you go to sleep. Put your headphones on, listen to yourself in your own voice, chanting out loud the script, and you're falling asleep with that recording. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you want to do is you want to listen again to your chanting, and then later on when you do your exercise, you will record yourself again, and you will start paying attention to the improvements you're getting every single day. The more you do this exercise, the better you get at it. Therefore, the better the delivery of the script. Okay, so you commit to memory by recording it and then listening to it before you go to sleep and when you first wake up in the morning. Next on the list, number 4, you want to commit to memory and internalize the script by role-playing. So you want to use role-play sessions with a partner, with someone else who's also doing what you're doing. So you want to hook up with some role-play partners. You want to have different people that you're exercising and role-playing with because you want to have different personality styles to mimic, mirror, and match while you're doing this. Part of the exercise when you role-play is to actually try to listen to how the other person verbalizes words, what's their tonality, rate of speech, volume, and you want to kind of match yourself to how they are, to their style, which is part of what we're doing here that also helps you internalize the scripts and make them yours. Now, if you don't have role-play partners, I'm going to list my role-play club group down here. Click on it, go to Facebook, and join that group. When you join the group, post on the wall, "Hi, my name is John Smith. I'm available for role-play sessions on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 a.m. until 7:30, from 7:30 to 8, from 8 to 8:30, whichever times you're going to do that." And by the way, if you don't know when to role play, you might want to scroll down or hit right here, right now, where the video is popping up that talks about your schedule and how to schedule yourself. Let's talk about how frequently you should actually do this exercise. So, how long should you do this for? We recommend you to do these exercises daily for 90 days. Repetitious boredom is going to make you rich, which means if you're going to do this boring exercise for 90 days and going to internalize all of those scripts and dialogues, you're going to start getting amazing results. And I want you to start measuring the results you're getting. Like, how many contacts do you need to do right now in order to book a listing appointment? Like, how many people do you call and have a conversation with in order to book a listing appointment? Is it 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20? What's the number? And then as you start progressing through this exercise I'm giving you here, you want to make sure that you're actually getting results. Meaning, if you measure the results you're getting, you will recognize when you're getting better. And that's what it's all about. As you start progressing through this process, you're going to do 90 days of handwriting, chanting out loud as fast as possible, chanting in normal speed, recording yourself, listening to the recording before you go to sleep, listening when you first wake up in the morning, and role-playing. You want to do this 2 times a day. So, first thing in the morning when you begin, after your morning routine, if you watch the video that I'm talking about, the daily schedule, after the morning routine, exercising, meditation, all that, you will invest an hour, 1 hour, in improving your communication skills. What does that mean? Handwriting, chanting, listening to the recording, getting on the phone with a role-play partner for at least 30 minutes. So this whole 4 different steps will take you roughly an hour. You want to do that first thing in the morning, and then you want to do it again towards the end of the day in your first 90 days. After you're done with your 90 days, you will stay with listening to your recording daily, which is very important, and you will role play every single day for the remaining of your career. Now, it might sound weird to some of you, but I promise you, the more you role play, the better you get. And the better you get, the better results you're getting. And then the better results you're getting, the more money you're making. So why wouldn't you do that? So do yourself a big favor. Follow this advice, and I promise you, the results are coming. All right, guys and girls, if you have any questions about this conversation, please scroll down below, make a comment, and let us know what you're thinking about. Okay, if you like this video, hit the like button, let us know you like it. If you have any more questions or ideas about which videos you wish for us to record for you, please feel free to do that on the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and then hit notifications so you'll be notified of the next video, which is coming up. I will see you guys in the next video.